opportunity that could change the future of the Commanders presents itself today. Urgent, a defensive bombshell shakes DC as an elite cornerback could don burgundy and gold, but the window is closing fast. At the same time, a quarterback predator from Buffalo could be the answer to the alarming gap in our defensive line. And the most shocking, confirmed that our rookie quarterback has humiliated Chicago's #1 pick. The future of the franchise is being defined right now. Are we building a contender or wasting this historic opportunity? Don't you dare leave without discovering the consequences of these decisions. Subscribe now to be the first to know every move that will define your Commanders. Let's get straight to the point. The NFL market has just exploded with a bombshell news that could completely change the defensive landscape of the Washington Commanders. Jalen Ramsey, one of the most dominant cornerbacks in the league, is officially available on the trade market. The Dolphins are looking to move this all-pro star, and I say this without hesitation. Adam Peters needs to pick up that phone right now. Are we really considering passing up on a generational talent like Ramsey? I think it would be a catastrophic mistake. This man is not only elite in coverage, but his ability against the run is precisely what our defense needs to take the next step. The financial details are clear. Miami has already paid his $4 million roster bonus, which means any interested team would assume approximately $21.1 million on his contract for the next season. It's a significant amount, no doubt, but now I ask you, what is the price of instantly transforming your secondary into one of the most feared in the NFL? Adam Peters has proven to be aggressive in the market since he arrived. He has revitalized this franchise with calculated and bold moves. This would be his most ambitious move yet, but great generals don't win wars by being conservative. The difference between good teams and championship teams often lies in these crucial decisions. Imagine for a moment Ramsey wearing burgundy and gold, shutting down an entire side of the field, allowing our linebackers to be more aggressive, enhancing our safeties. This is not just an incremental improvement. We would be talking about a complete defensive transformation under Dan Quinn's vision. What makes Ramsey so special is his mentality. He is a fierce competitor, a vocal leader, exactly the type of presence that would change the culture of our defense. And let's not forget, he has been to the Super Bowl. He brings that knowledge, that championship experience that would be invaluable for a young and hungry team like ours. Teams with elite secondaries are the ones competing in January and February. Look at the Chiefs, the Ravens, the 49ers. They all have secondaries that can close games when it matters most. Do we want to be mere playoff participants or serious contenders? I think the answer is obvious, and this move would bring us significantly closer to that goal. Moving on to another equally crucial news for our defensive future, the Commanders are being strongly linked to a potential trade for AJ Epenesa, the talented quarterback hunter from the Buffalo Bills. With the departure of Dante Fowler Jr., our sack leader last season, a void has been created that needs to be urgently filled. Epenesa could be exactly what this defense needs. With 6 or more sacks in each of the last 3 seasons, his production speaks for itself. And I tell you this with complete certainty, those 6 sacks he achieved last year would have placed him as the 3rd best on our team last season. Do you understand the dimension of this potential immediate impact? What makes Epenesa particularly attractive is his versatility. At 26 years old, he has the experience to adapt to multiple defensive schemes, making him an ideal piece for the evolution that Dan Quinn is implementing in our defense. We are not talking about a double-digit sack player, but now I ask you, wouldn't you prefer a reliable defender who can stay fresh in an effective rotation for 4 quarters? The cost would be extremely reasonable. According to analysts, a 3rd or 4th round pick could be enough to acquire him from Buffalo, where he might be the odd man out in a deep defensive rotation. With the salary flexibility and draft capital we have, this operation makes all the sense in the world for a team aspiring to contend. But let's go beyond the statistics. What Epenesa would bring to this defense is consistency. Week after week, game after game, he gives maximum effort. In a sport where injuries and wear and tear are determining factors, having a player who can stay on the field is invaluable. And for only $12 million against the salary cap, he represents exceptional value in the current market. The problem with our defensive line last season was the lack of constant pressure. We had brilliant moments, but too many lapses where opposing quarterbacks had all day to throw. With Epenesa, we would have another weapon to maintain that pressure throughout the game. He is the type of player who might not make headlines every day, but whose contribution to the team's success is undeniable. Finally, we come to news that confirms what many of us already knew in our hearts. Jaden Daniels was not only the right choice for the Commanders in the draft, but now there is concrete evidence that he clearly outperformed Caleb Williams, the #1 overall pick of the Chicago Bears. Do you remember how the experts practically crowned Williams before the combine? Meanwhile, our organization did its homework, evaluated thoroughly, and made the decision that is redefining the future of this franchise. And I'm not the only one saying this. According to Nick Baumgardner of The Athletic, the Bears definitely wasted their #1 pick. The difference between the two quarterbacks during their rookie season was abysmal. Daniels demonstrated a composure and productivity rarely seen in a rookie quarterback. His ability to process plays, his accuracy, and especially his leadership have been transformative for this organization. Now let's analyze the concrete facts. Daniels not only outperformed Williams in passing yards, completion percentage, and quarterback rating, but he also added a completely different dimension with his athletic ability. His ability to extend plays, to create something out of nothing, is exactly what modern football demands from its most important position. And what about the impact on the team? The Commanders with Daniels showed substantial improvement in points per game, third down conversions, and red zone efficiency. Chicago can point to Williams' potential all they want, but football is about results, not theoretical projections, and the results speak volumes in favor of our quarterback. I firmly believe we are witnessing the birth of a new golden era for the Commanders, all thanks to the vision of our management in selecting Daniels. Chicago can try to justify their pick all they want, pointing to Williams' improvement towards the end of the season, but the numbers and impact on their respective teams leave no doubt about who was superior. The most impressive thing about Daniels is his mentality. He doesn't get affected by pressure. He doesn't get intimidated by big moments. He is the type of player around whom you can build not just a competitive team, but a winning franchise. And all this while still learning the nuances of the professional game. The ceiling for his development is simply sky high. The question now is, are we ready to maximize the window of opportunity that having a star quarterback under a rookie contract provides? Precisely why moves like those for Ramsey and Epenesa become crucial. We have the offensive foundation with Daniels. Now we need to build a championship defense around him. And let's not forget the responsibility this places on the shoulders of Dan Quinn and his staff. They have to show they can develop a system that maximizes Daniels' strengths while continuing to build a formidable defense. The pieces are there. Now it's about putting them together the right way to transform this potential into tangible success. What move do you think would be most impactful for our team right now? Acquiring Ramsey to transform our secondary, or bolstering our defensive line with Epenesa? The numbers are on the table and the options are clear. We have already seen how our quarterback selection is redefining our franchise. Are we ready to complement it with elite defensive talent? This is the perfect moment for Adam Peters to show why he is one of the most respected executives in the league. I am really interested in knowing your opinion about these possible moves. If you think we should go all out for Ramsey, strengthen our pass rush with Epenesa, or keep our draft picks for the future, let me know in the comments. Your voice is a fundamental part of this Commanders family we are building together on this channel. Don't miss any updates on these potential moves that could change the destiny of our season. Give a like if you want to see these players wearing Washington colors, and subscribe to be part of the most passionate Commanders community. Every day we are growing, and your participation makes the difference. And remember, hail to the Redskins!